Hi everyone, welcome back. In the previous class, we have studied about the inclination of a line. Today, let's see the concept of slope or gradient. The slope of any inclined plane is the ratio between the vertical rise of that line to the horizontal distance. So, the slope of the inclined plane is the ratio between the vertical rise and the horizontal distance. And the slope is denoted by the letter m, and m is equal to tan theta is the slope of any inclined plane. If you see this, you can see that this theta is the angle of reference and this is the opposite side, and this will be the hypotenuse and this is the adjacent side. So the ratio between the opposite side to the adjacent side is tan theta. We know that. Therefore, the slope is represented by m is equal to tan theta. The slope of the x-axis is, we know that the slope is m is equal to tan theta. Here the inclination, when you are considering the x-axis, theta is equal to 0 degree. Therefore, m is equal to tan theta. So, the x-axis slope is tan 0. Therefore, it is equal to 0. Therefore, the slope of the x-axis is 0. And the slope of the y-axis is, here m is equal to tan theta and the theta is 90 degree. As we know, it is a y-axis. The inclination is 90 degree. The angle is 90 degree there. Therefore, m is equal to tan 90 and that is equal to infinity. It is not defined. So, the slope of x-axis is 0 and the slope of y-axis is infinity, or it is not defined. The slope of a line is positive if it makes an angle, acute angle with the x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. Yesterday we have seen that when the angle is measured in the anti-clockwise direction, the inclination, the theta is positive. When it is measured in the clockwise direction, it is negative. Inclination is negative. And here, when you are finding the slope of a line, the slope will be positive only when the line makes an acute angle with the x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. So it should be an acute angle with x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction. And the slope is negative when it makes an acute angle with the x-axis in the clockwise direction. When the inclined plane makes an acute angle with the x-axis in the clockwise direction, then the slope is negative. These are the 4 points you need to remember. The first point was the slope of the x-axis is 0 and the slope of the y-axis is not defined. And the slope of a line is positive only when the inclined plane makes an acute angle with the x-axis in the anti-clockwise direction, and the slope is negative when it makes an acute angle with the x-axis in the clockwise direction. These are the 4 points we need to remember when we discuss about the slope. The slope of a straight line through 2 different points. So, let P and Q be any 2 points with the coordinates x1, y1. P is x1, y1 and Q is x2, y2. Then the slope of the line which is passing through this point P and Q can be found out by m is equal to tan theta, and that is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, or y1 minus y2 by x1 minus x2. And this is same as the difference between the ordinates, that is the y coordinates, by the difference between the x coordinate or the abscissa. That is how we can find the slope of a straight line through 2 different points P and Q. So when 2 different points are there, corresponding coordinates will be given. By using this coordinates, we can find the slope of that, and the slope is m, that is equal to the difference between the ordinates by the difference between the abscissa. Now let's see the slope of two parallel lines. If AB and CD are the two parallel lines, then let M be the or M1 be the slope of the first line and M2 be the slope of the other line. Then when these two lines are parallel, we can say that the slopes are equal. M1 is equal to M2. So whenever two lines are parallel, then their slopes are equal. Or whenever slopes of two lines are equal, then we can say that the lines are parallel. That is one more result related to the slope. And whenever the two lines are perpendicular, consider two lines, they are perpendicular to each other, AB and CD, then the product of their slopes is equal to -1. That is, if M1 and M2 are the slopes of the two perpendicular lines AB and CD, then their product is equal to -1. This is the other result related to the slope of two perpendicular lines. So whenever the product of the slopes of two lines are -1, then the lines are perpendicular to each other. Or whenever the two lines are perpendicular to each other, then the product of their slopes is equal to -1. Now we know that the slope of the x-axis is 0. Therefore, all the lines which are parallel to x-axis, this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis here, and whichever the lines which are parallel to x-axis, all these lines are having the slope as 0. Since the slope of the x-axis is 0, all the lines which are parallel to x-axis, the slope is 0, and we know that the slope of y-axis is infinity. Therefore, the slope of the lines which are parallel to the y-axis, is also infinity, or that is also not defined. Also, whenever 3 points A, B, C are lying on the same straight line, that is whenever these 3 points are collinear, then the slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. That is one more results we have to see about the slope. That is, when 3 points are collinear, their slopes are equal. That is, slope of AB is equal to slope of BC. Consider two examples. Find the slope of a line whose inclination is 45 degree and 60 degree. So whenever the inclination, that is theta, is 45 degree, the slope is m, that is equal to tan theta, and we know the theta is 45 degree and tan 45 degree is 1. And the second part, theta is 60 degree. When theta is 60 degree, the slope m is equal to tan theta, that is tan 60 degree, and that is equal to root 3. So whenever the inclination, the theta, the angle is given, we can find the slope by substituting the angle in the given tan value, that is tan 45 or tan 60. In the same way, if the slope is given 1 by root 3, find the inclination. So we can say that m, that is slope, is equal to 1 by root 3, and that is same as tan theta. And for what tan value the inclination is 1 by root 3 is, it is 30 degree. That is 1 by root 3 is tan 30, and that is equal to tan theta. This implies theta is equal to 30 degree. That means the inclination is 30 degree. So whenever the inclination is given, we can find the slope by using the formula m is equal to tan theta, and whenever the slope is given, we can find the inclination by using the same formula itself. Look at the next question. Find the slope of the line to two different points, -2, 3 and 1, 2. So consider this as x1, y1 and this as x2, y2. So we know the formula of the slope m is equal to, that is tan theta m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So this can be the difference between the ordinates by the difference between the abscissa. So let's consider this formula, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Substitute the values. Here y2 is 2, 2 minus y1 is -3 divided by x2 is 1 minus x1 is -2. So that's equal to 2 plus 3 divided by 1 plus 2, and that is same as 5 by 3. And this is the slope of the line which is passing through the points minus 2, 3 and 1, 2. Now these questions are for you. You can solve it and let me know the answer. The first one is find the slope of the line through minus 4, 0 and the origin. So here also two different points are given. One is minus 4, 0 and the other one is origin. The coordinates of origin is 0, 0 and consider this as x1, y1 and x2, y2 and find the slope of the given line. And the next one is the same question itself. Find the slope through the points 0, minus 3 and 2, minus 5. That's all for today. We'll meet in the next class with the continuation of equation of a line. Thank you.